With NBA 2K25 right around the corner, I've been doing some reflecting on 2K24, and I realized, and it's crazy, I haven't made any videos on this game like at all. So I figure, you know what? Let's bring back a classic. People been asking for this in comments and in the Discord. So what we're doing today, you guessed it. We talking about some of my favorite cringe player models from NBA 2K24. You have to really go looking to find a bad player model. Like if you're talking about current players, they do a really good job. But when you start looking past that, when you start looking at some of our legends and classic players, you start to see some Now, we'll start it off with one of the very few current players whose player model, and this is probably the worst. We talking about him as the face of the league and all kinds of things, and Ant Edwards had a phenomenal summer, but we all know this is no surprise. So Ant Edwards' player model for as long as he's been in 2K has been this guy, this thing right here. This look like Ant-Man to you? That does not look like Ant-Man. I don't know who that is, bro. 2K, I'm not gonna go so hard, but 2K, bro, who is this nigga, bro? I just don't see it, bro. I know I'm not the only person. We need a new Anthony Edwards for 2K25 for real, because this feller, this guy here, who are you? I'm gonna tell you what he actually looks like, and I'll be done with this. He looks like, you know, when your friends or whoever be like, oh, this my so-and-so build, and they go to YouTube and some random guy with 300 views tell them, oh, this is my Anthony Edwards face scan, the Anthony Edwards face creation. It looks just like Anthony Edwards. That's what this looks like. 2K went to YouTube and made an Anthony Edwards build and put that mug in the game on the Timberwolves and said, here you go. Now, the second person who we're gonna talk about, one of the GOATs, one of the all-time great scorers, offensive players in the history of the game, young Melo. Now, Melo on 2K, he's not the worst, but look at his face. My first issue with Melo is the cornrows look kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. If you take this headband off, it looked like they put one of them, like how in the Tyler Perry movies he had, like how he gave Shamar Moore the cornrow wig. That's how they got Melo looking. I'm not gonna lie. And every single version of Melo, cornrows or no cornrows, he got like some crazy like crow's feet. Carmelo Anthony, to this day, I watch the 6 p.m. in Brooklyn podcast all the time. This man eyes does not, like, he don't have crow's feet like that. I don't know why they make him, and they give him this fat, like, chubby face. Like, bro, he looks like Melo, but it don't look like Melo. Like, if I'm tripping, let me know. Tell me in the comments. Am I tripping? Does this look exactly like Melo and I'm tripping? Now, the next one, I'm gonna let y'all figure it out. I'll let y'all, who is that? Who's this guy right here? This guy on the We Believe Warriors. Currently a member of one of the more popular basketball podcasts in the world. I'll give you a hint. It's not Dezegna Diop, even though that's who it is. And this has been his player model. It's not just the angle. And just to show y'all, it's not just the angle that makes him look that far away from who he's supposed to be. And the crazy part is this has been his player model in the game for like 3-4 years. Next up, we got Starberry. Now, initially in the player picture, he don't look like himself. But now that I'm up close in the replay, I might be wrong. I think this might, I don't know, bro. He got that big bell pepper ass nose, bro. This could be a miss. I could be wrong on this one. Does this look like Starberry? Y'all tell me. In the player picture, it looks nothing like Starberry. It look like New Jack, the wrestler. But in game, I don't know. This might look like, I could be, am I tripping, y'all? Y'all tell me. Does this look like Starberry? And the next person we looking at right here is J.O. Jermaine O'Neal. 2K got this thing that they do, and it looks like in 25, I saw that they showed like a updated version of Paul George, because Paul George is a victim of what I'm talking about in this game. They do this thing where, I don't know what causes it, but for some reason, a lot of times a player may, you know, it may look like them, because this doesn't necessarily look, that don't look like J.O. That does not look like Jermaine O'Neal. But they also have him significantly darker than he is in real life, bro. And they do it with like a whole bunch of players. Paul George on this game looks real, like his skin tone is darker than it actually is. If you look at some of the retro LeBrons, they got his skin like way darker for some reason than it actually is. I don't know what causes it or why they do it, but it's one of the main causes of whenever some of these players don't look like themselves, that be a part of it sometimes. Is the topper Jermaine O'Neal's head really that tall, bro? He had braids. When I was a kid, he had braids and a headband. Now, for this last one, we had to jump into a game because Chris Kaman is not on any classic teams. So we had to jump into the my eras and go to the LeBron era and use his 2010 squad, the Clippers. Y'all gonna laugh when y'all see this shit, bro. Look at this big... Look at that man right there, bro. Is that Chris Kaman? Is that Chris Kaman at the center? With the shag right there, big buddy number 35 with the shag. Is this Chris Kaman? I never seen this version of Chris Kaman. This looked more like Andre Karolinko than the Andre Karolinko player model. And he a bucket. Let's take a look at that face, buddy. Look at that face. The one and only Chris Kaman, ladies and gentlemen. This could be the thumbnail. But in all seriousness, this does not look like Chris Kaman. In any way, in any form, any version, any year of Chris Kaman, no, bruh. I really want to know whoever was working on the player models, somebody get that guy a manual and a picture of Chris Kaman while we at it, because who the fuck is that? So we've had our fun. Y'all let me know, bruh. Am I tripping on any of these? Do any of these guys actually really be in Starberry is the only one that I might actually be tripping on? But do any of these guys actually look like themselves? But if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you drop a like or Chris Kaman is gonna come get you. If you're new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe, turn on that bell notification. But that's all I got for y'all today, man. I just wanted to have a little bit of fun. I got some of these cringe player models, man. But I'm D. Brown Shanhan, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.